Hello, hello, hello. How we all doing? Welcome everybody to Iron Nest. Howdy Sheena, thank you for the self-care, don't worry, I've taken care of all of that before we began. So, we are on the home stretch, if the achievements list is to be believed. We have got Phantom Battery, and then the Final Harvest, as it's called. I think a mosquito found its way into my bedroom at some point over the last couple of days because I'm covered in bites and the itching is driving me crazy. Ugh. I hate mosquitoes. Hate them, hate them, hate them. Anyway, I'm going to try and willpower through here. So, Phantom Battery. We are going to be under some severe fire here. Oh boy. Okay, we're starting strong. I'm doing okay, thank you. It's been pretty quiet. Oh god. Emergency move. Wow. Yeah, work has been pretty quick. Pretty quiet. Things have been like it's weird because like we've been in like super turbo panic mode for so long, and now things have suddenly gotten quiet. So I'm not going to complain. The engine's out. So, Gashunk. There we go. Close the hatch. Okay. Iron Nest unknown. Unidentified batteries engage your position. Relocation successful. We have deployed 3 listening posts in your sector. Unidentified battery remains active and will open fire against once it has reacquired you. Locate and destroy the enemy spotters. When the unidentified battery re-engages you, they will provide intel. Okay. Each of the enemy spotters adds 90 seconds to the counter battery tire. Okay. We are somewhere within T6. There we go. Bunch of very big booms. Okay. So we are somewhere within T6. We know not exactly where. Okay. 0704 T461. I feel like at this point the oh nice, there they are. I feel like at this point the forward observers, the guys at S5, should be able to be like, yeah, like they should just be able to see me. R698. Okay. So the problem is how do we have no intel at all. Unidentified battery. We only know they are west of us. That's all we've got, is that they are west of us. There's something up over there. Hang on a minute. Something's up with the little mirror. Oh, it's just a really big blotch that I've never noticed before. Okay. No idea where we are. No chuffing clue. This is the problem with having a system that is single-man operations, is that we don't even have a guy to look out the top hatch and be like, where the fuck I am. I guess we could just call in a scout. Oh, hang on, position report. Yeah, there we go, positional report. So we are somewhere in T6. Kind of hard to miss. 135 from T619. So hang on. T619. Did he say 135? Oh, motherfucker. Okay. Okay, we've got some intel. Okay, we need to initiate counterfire. Somewhere within P5. Okay. Second salvo cross-reference against the first. Bearings do not reconcile to the same position. Disperse battery or mobile heavy rail artillery. Continue destroying enemy spotters. I'm doing my fucking best here. Okay. So, and we are somewhere in P5. Okay. What does that slash mean? Recon. Okay, let's try and fucking obliterate that immediately. I'm going to use an HE just to make sure that we do not fucking miss. D2.7. You know what? Might as well load that one as well. No sense in not. 52.7. Hopefully we're probably gonna have to do like a whole bunch of move and shoot here. 56 40. I think we're a little bit further south. Now that should just... There we go. Okay, that's given me plenty of time. So, we're going to emergency move one more time. Little thing I cannot read. Somewhere within N3. Okay. That is... Okay, none of that is new information, unfortunately. So, let's start trying to figure out where these bastards are. Listening post is at bearing 252. Listening post 2 reports 13.61 kilometers. So he's over there. Right, so we are now somewhere within N3. Let's get a positional report. N3. So we are somewhere in the N33 column. Wait, yeah, if we're dead north of N338, then we're at N339 then. Okay. We might have these bastards locked down. I reckon he's there. (732) bearing 2772. In position. Two 772. Okay. 43.92. Let's get some HE shells and powder loaded. We need some... Okay, we just fire that exact same shot again, we'll have him. We've got time. That appears to be the only one that we've got dialed in right now. Okay, we're going to have to fire and then immediately move. Let's get emergency move loaded. Okay. Launch. And move. I like how he's pulling at the craters on the map. Da, 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 da. All right. Oh! Direct hit confirmed. It's moving. Hold for reassessment. Dispersed battery does not relocate. A railgun does not withstand an 800mm cell. This did both. Hostile iron nest. Okay. Now they've moved. Now where the hell am I? Q3. Position report, please. In Q3. So Q3 77. So Q377 bearing 172. I can't see my own markings here. Seven two. I'm doing my best here, ladies. It's shaping up pretty rough. 47 seconds on the clock. Okay. Let's load up some star shells. We need more intel to deal with this guy's spotters. we're going to fire from there. We'll call it bearing 290 with two charges. Should do it. Yeah. Anyway, how are you guys doing? I hope you're all having a nice day. Just had some very, very tasty pasta. Spicy pork and pesto. Ouch. Okay. Now, does this set off counter battery? I like how I have got no idea where I am, but somehow the little articulated arms...
To me, man!
Hell yeah. Like, I've got no idea where I am on this map, but the little articulated arms on the map seem to have a good notion. Oh, god damn it. That's apparently enough? Shit. Okay. Man, why do we even bother with listening post 3? These guys don't know. Man, I props to the devs for putting together a boss fight in a game like this. I would not have thought it possible. Okay, we're somewhere over here. So, Phantom Battery, listening post 1, reports. Where the fuck is listening post 1? There we go. Bearing 248. Da, 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 da. Bearing 248. 14 kilometers. Wow, you're way out there. Soup. Bearing 248. Need another AP shell. AP shell. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I've yet to be able to like find this guy's spotters, and my counter timer is getting a little thin. The way things are right now, if this shot misses, I don't think I will have time to load another shot. So that's, yeah, HCHE. That's if I can actually find one of his spotters, so I can just fucking obliterate it. I don't know if anybody watching has played Ultra Kill, but in the backstory of Ultra Kill, there are these giant robots known as the Earth Movers, which are fucking enormous, like, sniper robots that have, like, artillery duels over dozens of kilometers, and I feel like that's kind of what's going on here. Yeah, it's a fucking whiff. Alright. Another emergency move. We still don't have eyes on this guy's fucking... this guy's friends. I need to take out his spotters. Alright, I've been playing kind of coy because I've been wanting to just, like, Alright, we want... C... Actually, where do I not have eyes on right now? B2. But yeah, I've been kind of avoiding using scouting because I was trying to get the medal for not using it. Okay. So, I also need... hang on. T6. I need a location report at T6. I've used, like, 400 requisition at this point. T679. I mean, okay. T6. T679, 0.34 kilometers. Okay, so I'm anywhere on this, on here. Am I misreading how this positional thing works? Local logistics convoy. Is there anything I can do that can... No, that's nearest enemy. Shoot you at the enemy. I do have propaganda shell right there. We shall turn them to the side of good with your adorable fluffiness. T614. I didn't actually read the number there. Oh damn, I was actually like nearly there. Okay, so I am here. Right. It's time to fuck some fuckers up. So, we're gonna nuke the hell out of that guy. And then nuke the hell out of Chuckles over here. So, we have an HE shell, we need an AP shell. I don't know, I just, I thought it was appropriate, considering what we were talking, like, exactly what I was looking at. Okay. APHE. So we want APHE. That is bearing 259. Two 595 14.82 kilometers, and come on, behave. There. Bearing 250. Need to get a move on, because okay. So, is that loaded? Yeah. We've got to launch the HCHE first to get rid of the enemy spotter. Wow, I'm actually getting a bit heated here. Like I'm feeling it. Okay, 58.68. Pretty close to nice. Okay. Right-hand gun. Let's make sure we are fully... Okay, 0.28. Yep. Loose. Arm the gun, and immediately... .5. Okay, so that's going to add another 90 seconds. Nice. He's about to immediately take a hard one. Bam! Still mobile repositioning. Good God, man! How much can this fucker take? Okay, thankfully I now don't have to move. But... okay, so we want A7 for more intel. A7, and we want bearing 90. Ooh, 2 hostile spotters. Oh, you guys are in for it. Okay. So this is going to give us a lot of time, and it's also going to force the enemy iron nest to give away his position. And bloody hell, no wonder this guy was able to dial me in so quickly. The guy apparently has like 8 spotters. This is going to give me like 3 full extra minutes on top of the minute and a half I've already got. $50.16. A set of spotters right next to the listening post. How many spotters has this guy got? Oh, god damn it. Okay, this is why you double check your measurements, people. Okay, do we have any measurements on where this guy's coming from? There we go. Okay, we've got this guy dialed in. Just gonna obliterate his friends. Now it should give me plenty of time to locate. Three. Yep. That should get him. Alright, so. Bearing 230. Those shots are getting rather close. Commander, how are you sleeping through this? .83 kilometers. There we go. Alright, we need another AP shell. Okay. deleted the wrong measurement. Idiot. .83, bearing 2486. Also, I just realised, no wonder we've got a we're lacking in intel. Apparently, they've blown my guys up. Okay, 0.32, bearing 248. Point 6. APHE, go. Okay, and we've hit him again. Buy myself some more time by obliterating more of his spotters. 28.28. Yeah. Nice, that's another hit. Okay, make sure I got that bearing correct. 281. Yeah. The iron nest hit still severely crippled. Okay. We're gonna need... Yep. Need more AP. He's blowing up more and more of our guys. Okay. This music is far too jaunty for what's going on. Okay. Ports 13.05. Bearing 247. Where's my fucking listening post? Where's my listening post? There you are. Okay. Bearing 247. 19.54. Bearing 259.9. We have got this guy now. Oh crap, come on, dial in faster. Shit. Okay, we don't even have enough time to wait for the shell to land. Pop smoke and move. Ooh. With 8 seconds left. Boom! Victory was never in doubt. Enemy Iron Nest out of action. Recovery detachment has been dispatched. You may stand down. Alright, thank you, Command. I'm going to go down and have a little cry now. My word. Ugh. I'm going to go to the gents. We will be right back. I'm going to leave this up so you all can read. Don't go anywhere. Oh, my word. Zowie. Ugh. I'm actually out of breath. Bloody hell. False Fortress falls. The Royal Empire of Castile is no longer the only nation to field an Iron Nest. Ambushed without warning, the Iron Nest shrugged off multiple direct hits without shifting position, held its aim, and ended the engagement with a single shot. Gas me up harder, why don't you? The Imitation, unmarked save for an anti-monarchist colours, never fired again. The Ministry extends its congratulations to whichever nation built it, and its condolences for having built it so poorly. The Future of Warfare, officials confirmed, has arrived. Inspected it and found it is entirely made of Castilian iron. The age of the Iron Nest has begun, and the general notes with some smugness that Castile got there first, best, and already has more in production. Someone is still writing checks. The Ministry declines to speculate on who, on the grounds that speculation is beneath a nation as certain of itself as Castile. What can be said with total confidence is this: whoever it is have appalling taste in investments. Message from the General to all nations. Accept no imitations. To the nations of the world currently attempting, rather clumsily, to build an iron nest of your own, why bother? Castile's engineers have already solved every problem your engineers are only now discovering. The original remains faster, sturdier, and considerably harder to ambush successfully, as one imitator recently and permanently learned. Additional units are already in production, available to any crowned head in exchange for a defense alliance and some gold bullion. Aha. Bloody hell. Huh, I did get the unaided fire. Destroy a significant number of targets without requisitioning aerial reconnaissance. Maintained exceptional average accuracy across all fire missions. I only missed, like, 2? Oh no, hang on. 29%. Okay, I missed a fair few. Alright. Eliminated all counter battery with time to spare. No, I had like seconds left on the clock. Alright. The final harvest. Last organised resistance of the anti-monarchist cause stands outskirts of the thread there. Last organised resistance the anti-monarchist cause stands on the outskirts of Barcelona. High Command has ordered its total destruction in detail. I beg your McFucking pardon? You want me to just obliterate Barcelona? Why is it so steamy in here? The siege of Barcelona, the final bastion of the anti-monarchists, is underway. Allied infantry and armour are engaged along the full front. INS will provide fire support to that effort. Continue destruction in detail until enemy resistance in this sector collapses. Priority: direct your fire to inflict mass casualties on enemy forces, targets and method at your discretion. Counter battery fire will commence once the first shell lands. Note: enemy fire direction centres are present in this sector. Destroying FTC pauses counter battery timer entirely. Use this to your tactical advantage. Enemy reinforcements are inbound by rail. Intercept them in transit or account for them on arrival. Allied units under fire may request fire support responses at your discretion. Okay. Reinforcement train approaching. Let's deal with that first. Okay. So, let's immediately get a HE shell prepared. Actually, we'll get 2. So Iron Nest is at G165. Main station is at J8. Yeah, J800 and 8 kilometers. Excuse me, Commander. Okay, let's start dialing this in sharpish. Also, howdy, Ina. Bloody Catalonians, they've ruined Catalonia. Okay, let's load her up. Da, da, da. Bean. $57.9. Okay. Oh, come on. That was barely moving. 48.88. So that is a 32-second flight time, which means we need to fire at 05... No. 0621. Okay. Oh wait, we can't do scout planes until the anti-aircraft battery's taken care of. Okay, that's fine. We'll just be at the ready and be ready to silence some counter battery in a second. So, while we're doing that, let's actually take some notes on where the enemy counter battery is. There we go. We're going to have to do some rapid-fire number crunching here. Okay, so 0622. I'm loving this sort of like oompa 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 trumpet thing they've got going on. Okay. T-minus 20. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. So you are to now be moved to... Oh shit, I didn't actually... Ah, fuck. I didn't actually make a note of where my spotters were. Oh, okay. Train crippled. Nice. Okay. That's fairly lengthy, so we've got time to... Okay, T227. T227, P370. A332. Okay. So 298 from spotter 1. And 10 kilometers from spotter 2. Let's point Alpha. So we fire direction cell to 88. So 57. Sorry, buddy. Whoever that is asking for presumably fire support right now. .7. I'm imagining a multiplayer mod from this where, like, the person on the map is, like, desperately trying to crunch some numbers while under quite a lot of fire. Enemy fire direction center 2, 274. It's 19 kilometers from spotter 1. Get some not enough charges. Oh god, am I out of powder? Oh. There we go. Try that again, but this time with an AP shell, because it's probably safe to bet that the enemy command bunker is armored. Also, I feel like anything like an 800mm explosive is by its very definition armor piercing. I don't think there's much that could stand up to that. 58.14. Yeah, but you're made of, like, 100% pure fluff. Like, there... You would just bounce. Three, two, 9. 3. What the hell? Okay, I think I need to start this mission again, because apparently I have not hit shit. I'm going to take this one from the top. We won't worry about the train just yet, because we have plenty of time. Seven. So B3 1 J382. Q413. Oh, you're close. Okay. So, reference point Alpha. '72. It's 38 kilometers. So that's there. Okay. 281 from Alpha. $304. $272. Let's get this locked in first. $272. 1.66 kilometers. Eh? Gonna just mark these just in case. Okay, and then 87, 1.53 kilometers. I want to get rid of the anti-aircraft gun first, because I need my intel. Ooh. Thermal shell. Okay, we want... Where's APHE? There it is. And powder charges. Because apparently I burned through them fuckers pretty quick. Okay. .85 kilometers. Bearing of 292. Okay, and then bearing of 295 flat. .59. And 53.55. Locomotive has passed. That's fine. So long as I can... If I blow up the train station just like a few seconds before that, then that'll be fine. Apparently not hitting shit. Okay, I'm going to the gents again. I'll be right back. I'm full of too much soda. Ugh. Okay. What the hell am I missing here? Like, Ina, give me a clue here. What am I missing? Why am my measurements apparently incorrect? Yeah, but you're like smart and shit. I don't know. I thought I had those dialed in pretty nicely, and apparently I didn't hit bunk. Going off observer measurements. Yes. As opposed to what? I can't say anything about measurement accuracy. Not recently. I know in previous missions they've said spotter measurements are accurate to within half a degree, but I don't know, a big old crater like that, I feel like half a degree isn't going to make much of a difference. Well, the trouble is I don't have APHCHE, you know? Do some smonk. At least help our boys on the ground out. See, that apparently hit something. Okay. 592. It's a artillery fire command building. Those are armoured, aren't they? At least they should be. Yeah, I would be rather alarmed if they weren't. Let's get the music going again. Now, hang on, let's check. So, yeah, fire direction command. That's an armoured building. So I don't know, unless my aiming is off by just, like, slightly too much. Sometimes they don't give the spotters an order. No, I'm pretty sure I've got it correct. So hang on, let's help out these boys first. 54.99. So yeah, Fire Direction Center 2. Wait, that's Fire Direction Center 1. Okay, so we've done that. That is now deleted. Inputs are wrong, the work is imprecise. Not much you can do about bad inputs except generate more intel. Well, the problem is I can't because of, the anti-aircraft guns are dialed in based on that. No start. No, because they've got anti-aircraft guns. Those prevent all photos. Okay, we've still got 15 minutes before... right, so... Fire Direction 2 is 272 from Alpha. .272 at 5.66 kilometers. Okay, so it's just like... Wait, hang on a sec. I did hit it! No, wait, that's just a random enemy mechanized infantry. So unless it's there... Because that's just... Took enemy tank, enemy... Oh! Well then. My supporting fire allowed the infantry to take it. Let's go. Okay. So, hang on. Let's very quickly take out the... they're currently 4 kilometers out, so... Let's take out the train before buddies arrive. Okay, so hostile go. Whoops. Recalculate, please. Thank you. I'm getting a little too excited. Okay, and 335. Three, 5, 3. .68. So that's 18 seconds of travel. Okay. So we want to fire this at 52. And we want to hurry up and get rid of this fucking anti-aircraft gun. Okay. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right. So where in the merry fuck is So, enemy aircraft bearing 87 and... What? Okay, apparently I've hit just like a second away. So, bearing 87, 1.53 kilometers. Okay. Yeah, apparently my measurements were off after all that. That's frustrating. The 2941. .79 bearing 2942. But apparently there's now more enemy fire control. There shouldn't be. There should... to 2942. Okay, we're going to need to do an emergency move, I think. Actually, you know what? So if I've got this right... No, apparently that ain't it either. Okay, we gotta do an emergency move. What the fuck? I am fucking confused that none of the fire control places seem to exist. So that's... yeah, that's just a random mechanized infantry. Okay. Let's keep trying. So. Fire direction center. Oop. There we go. So, fire direction center 1 is there. Fire direction center 2... 272 from Alpha. .66 from Spotter 1. Yeah. So by my measurements... oh god, unless... now this would be stupid. Unless... it's there. Now that would be infuriating. Right, so where the fuck I am? We're somewhere in S5. Also, so... Infantry 4, undercover we took enemy tank 3, enemy fire detection center 2, and enemy... okay, but no... enemy... Enemy tank 3, enemy fire detection 2. I'm super fucking confused. The wording on this is really weird. So he didn't actually destroy fire detection center 2. He just destroyed tank 3. Okay. So... we're now somewhere in S5. 7-5. Okay, we could be anywhere in this circle. I'm gonna request another. Okay. 27 from S542. S5 42. He said. Okay, so we're actually about there. Right. Once more with feeling, I'm going to fucking figure out... because I need to get rid of this anti-aircraft battery, otherwise I'm never going to get any fucking intel. That's the problem, is I can't see where I'm shooting. Bearing 087... Okay, so let's test and see if it's there. .8. Firing artillery blind is weirdly hard. Okay, 2798. .8. Shit or bust. So I think we're a bit further north than we thought. But it should still land because this is an HE shell. No, apparently that's still not cutting it. I am genuinely out of ideas here. think we're gonna... Oof. We're gonna take this mission from the top one more time. Because this is actually, like, really fucking difficult. I'm... So, 0192... T302... E519... B461. Okay. So, reference point Alpha. 298 from spotter 1. Okay. Yeah, thanks for that. So that's Alpha. So bearing 95 from Alpha. Kilometers from spotter 1. Okay. APHE, because apparently my aim ain't that good. So, fire direction 2. Bearing 113 from Alpha. Oh. I've done my maths wrong there. Hang on. Bearing 40 from spotter 2. Okay, that's numbers that I'm better at figuring out. So bearing 40... bearing 95. What? Oh, spotter 3. Well, that's... okay, that's still not right. Because that puts that way over there. 90... bearing 95. Guys, I think the spotters have gone insane. Unless I've completely gotten where Alpha is wrong. $298. 4.98 kilometers from spotter 2. Yeah, I think my spotters have just gone insane. Can you do that second spotter again? E519. Yeah, he's in the right place. So, I guess spotter 3 is wrong? The circle you did. No, it's not him, though. It's spotter 3. 8.17 kilometers. I'm so confused. I think my spotters have genuinely lost their marbles. They're just like pointing in all sorts of random directions now. This doesn't make sense. Man, no wonder I'm having a hard time hitting shit. Apparently these guys have just completely lost their minds. Ugh. Okay. Start again. So, yeah, my spotters are all in the correct place. Delete all map measurements. Reference point alpha, bearing 298. .98. Bearing 95. Bearing 40. But bearing 40 is right up here. For that to make sense, reference point alpha would need to be like over there. Oh god, okay, I see the problem. The problem is alpha isn't there, it's here. Damn near off the map. So, bearing 95, bearing 40. So, fire control 1 should be there. from Alpha. .17 kilometers. Fire Control Center 2 should be there. Because the alternatives are off the fucking map. Alright. Oh, I didn't. Three. Three, 3, 7, 2. Start with 320. And 3372. Got him. There we go. So what was that? That was Fire Control 1. Fire Control 2. Okay, we are no longer in danger. Alright, Jesus, we're back in the fucking game. Bearing 278. And 2.19 kilometers. 1. Okay. So, time is... Right, when are they going to arrive? Okay, so that should be the anti-aircraft battery. That's it. I didn't hit the tracks. Oh, I hit those tracks. I see. Okay. Well... I think that's enemy anti-aircraft, so we're going to call that good enough. Very... Okay. B538. Bearing 116. 0.47 km. Are you guys sure about that? Okay, we're going to have to do this pretty bloody delicately, or we're going to nuke our own guys, so... Like that. .77. And bearing 288. Okay. Hopefully that's not going to blow up our own guys. emergency move? Where's emergency move? There it is. Okay, so I'm guessing the reinforcements train had a artillery piece on it. Okay. Nice, and they're taking out their own shit. Alright, we're going to keep going. I want to see this mission through to the end. So, scout plane. You are going to go bearing 90 on J6. Okay. J8 then. Okay. So hang on, what's... Position report, we are somewhere in... P5. There it is. I was too busy reading the intel reports. P5. Okay, so P5. P578. He said we were bearing 203. Okay. Gonna request another one, hopefully get like a meter reading. 146 from 07. Four, 6. So we are there. Thank you, boys. I'm assuming that these poor devils are just absolutely wetting themselves at the sight of this thing. There we go. We're doing this in style. So, we'll start with the artillery. .319. Bearing 336.7. Boom. And 1.09. We'll do 1.10 just so I'm not at risk of incinerating myself. $55.1. Probably do with some powder while we're at it. Okay. Load gigantic doom shell. So I want to start at 336. Three, 3828. .28 and okay. .1. Alright, and I think that's a route because the counter battery timer has stopped. Oh, aha. Excuse me, Commander. HE. Okay, 7.04. There can't be much more to be doing at this rate. Okay, 294. And 303. 0.9. Oh, I didn't actually adjust the okay. There we go. Come on, 303.9. Spin, spin, spin. Sometimes you can grab these things while they're in motion, and sometimes it can be borderline stopped. You'll still take the hit. 42.24. There we go. 339. Go! Ah. Our enemy command bunker. The line's broken. What remained of organised anti-monarchist resistance was committed here. What survives is falling back towards the city itself. No surrender as of yet has been offered. Okay. Man, that was hard work. Just getting over the initial hump of, like, figuring out where the hell the enemy fire command was and anti-aircraft guns. Jeez. And I thought the boss fight against the enemy mecha kaiju was rough. Outskirts of Barcelona, the anti-monarchist last organised military force has been destroyed, ending in any meaningful sense their capacity to continue defying General's vision for a peaceful, unified peninsula. The Ministry extends its sympathies to a cause that never understood that it was already defeated the moment it chose division over unity. Only Barcelona remains, and with it one final choice: to join the peace the General has always intended for it, or to be the last small corner of the peninsula that must be shown the way. And now we have a choice. I unfortunately got rather spoiled on this. But now we have a decision to make. Barcelona lies at your feet. You know what you must do. You know what shell you must fire to end this as it should be ended once and for all. I heard rumours the war may be over soon. I hope they're right. I keep thinking about my uncle. I asked one of the soldiers, the older soldiers, if part am tourniquet is really the greatest thing Catalonia ever invented. He laughed. Still don't know if my uncle was joking or not. Maybe we'll find out soon. I hope we both make it. So, we are at A100. So this place is absolutely packed to the gills. So, we have a decision. Yeah. I like how the requisition cost is 666. So actually, I want to test something. Is that okay? So, hang on. Right before we call it a night, I offer you this question. Do we destroy the city, or do we cut the head off the monarchy right here? I know what I'm gonna choose. I know what I want. What do you want? Tell me, friends. Do my choice. Can you fire one barrel AP and then 1 second later a Willy Pete? Oh, you're so right, Ina. You're so right. We've got to make sure that there's no way these fuckers are getting away. I do wonder if the game is going to take this into consideration, because like I said, in the demo, you could blow up the palace, but it would just soft lock your game. Okay. So, load the AP shell first. Oh, howdy, monkey. How's that for perfect timing? We're about to blow up the monarchy. And just to make extra sure, traitor. That's what I thought. So wait, is there... Oh, now... Okay, now I can't requisition. I unfortunately cannot keep sending the boom, because they have just marked me a traitor. And I'm now locked out of any further ammunition, but the problem is... there's a whole bunch of artillery over there that's about to blow my ass smooth off. And there's also a whole bunch of artillery over there, so... Aww. No such luck, I'm afraid. That's a shame. I was kind of hoping for, like, a secret ending there. Alright. It's time for the war crimes. Well, so the situation is you would need like close to a full complement of shells to do that. But all right, let's do what the game intends. Oh, hang on, are we actually there? Yeah, we are. All right. $13.09. There it is. Well, that's fucking haunting. I would be curious, if we weren't already like half an hour over time, I would be curious to see if you could just load up on shells and obliterate all the monarchist forces right then and there. Also, like, that is way too close for an atomic shell. Even if it's only an artillery blast and not like a missile. That's way too fucking close. I don't want to set the world on fire. I just want to start a flame in your heart. Eesh. There is a peaceful ending? Yeah, well, there was 4 medals on the... Yeah. There's 4 achievements that you can get relating to this final mission. And like I said, if I weren't already half an hour over time, I would... I would try and puzzle them out. Any hint of anti-monarchist resistance has been wiped from the map. A true and lasting peace has been achieved. History will record our actions today as necessary. You may stand down. Tomorrow, our march north across the Pyrenees begins. Okay, they're just straight gonna invade France. Barcelona is silent. This morning, in the most literal sense the Ministry has ever had the occasion to use that word. The example, it no longer exists in any forms, and its architects would recognise. Cathedral once stood over it has been reduced to the shape officials have not yet found the correct term for. General describes the operation as total. Well, that's fucking terrifying. So yeah, there's there's four endings. Hang on, where's the list? Here we go. So there's a city silent, a city subdued, a city in celebration, and the road not taken, a city spared. Jesus. Ugh. My word. 10 out of fucking 10. That was peak. Absolutely, absolutely peak. Genuinely magnificently realised. Absolutely genius. And, wow. Like, I hope only the best for the devs. This was made by 2 people, and one of them was, like, the PR guy. Incredible. Incredible. I greatly look forward to what this team make in future, because these guys have got some skills. Yeah. But, if you want to see the other endings, buy this game and try it out yourself. It's like 12 quid. Go for it. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. Very nearly beat me in the final 2 missions there, of just like with the one with the boats was very nearly my limit, and the one and the final harvest was was pretty rough as well. Wait for the no Superman. I mean, I might just do that over the weekend. I will probably just staple it onto the end of today's VoD, because I'll be doing those over the weekend. But yeah, Zowie, that was a lot of fun. Very, very nearly too much for my tiny little brain, but we made it. We made it in the end. So, tomorrow we're going to play some more Zenless Zone Zero, and probably not going to make a VOD out of that, because it's mostly just going to be me playing Sigrid. Because she's finally out, and I'm just going to hope that I can get her. But on Monday, we're going to be back on the Summer of Strategy with Red Alert 3, which I should actually be able to beat this time. Actually, while we're watching the credits go, I had a bit of a think, and so I really like Red Alert 2, and I'm really kind of annoyed that just the base game... Well, so I'm getting there. I'm really annoyed that the base game kind of beat me. But as I said, if I was playing on my own, I'd tough it out, and I'd get through to the end. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to record me playing the rest of the game on my own time, probably over this weekend. And I will do kind of a mini Let's Play of it. Like, not nearly as much editing as I would usually put into it, but yeah. So that way I can do the last of the Soviet campaign, the Allied campaign, and Yuri's Revenge. So, yeah. Oh, crunch. Oh, that went pop. Ow, ow, ow. Yeah, so I will probably do the rest on my own, and it'll be a sort of mini LP where I've just like don't do nearly as much editing as I usually would. Just like record my successful run of the mission and like it down. Okay. And I think that's enough out of me. We won't raid out because I'm a little tired, and I'm going to have a nice hot bath before I go to bed. So, until then, thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Until then, good night, and glory to Castile.